Have you ever wondered what makes England so fascinating? Why do so many travellers choose this destination year after year? You might be thinking it's just because of Big Ben or Buckingham Palace, but let me tell you, the true wonders of England go far beyond that. In this video, you'll discover something most people wouldn't even imagine about this country. Intriguing curiosities, a local culture that pulses on every corner, and unmissable destinations far from the usual tourist routes. I'll take you to places where history blends with modernity, revealing details that will completely change your view of England. And don't think it stops there. You'll get a taste of authentic cuisine that goes well beyond the famous fish and chips. We'll explore local dishes that will surprise even the most refined palates, making you want to hop on a plane and experience everything in person. Now, if you really want to experience England in a complete and meaningful way, make sure you stay until the end of this video. Here, you'll find everything you need to put together a unique itinerary, one that breaks away from the ordinary and takes you to the country's best-kept secrets. Destinations few people know about, but that will absolutely enchant you. So, ready to discover what no traditional travel guide will ever tell you? Hit play, and let's begin our journey through the true wonders of England. Ready to dive into some of the most entertaining facts about England? Let's start with tea. The English drink over 60 billion cups of tea each year. That works out to nearly 900 cups per person. It's no surprise that tea is practically a national institution. It has become a symbol of English culture, and the tradition of afternoon tea is one that has stood the test of time. Speaking of numbers, England has a population of around 56 million people, which represents the majority of the United Kingdom's population. Interestingly, this demographic has been shaped by various waves of immigration over the centuries. The presence of descendants of ancient peoples, such as the Angles and Saxons, mixes with the rich diversity brought by immigrants from former British colonies, especially in large cities like London. London itself is home to about 9 million people, making it a truly global metropolis. Another curious fact is that the London Underground, known as the Tube, is the oldest in the world, inaugurated in 1883. Originally, the trains were powered by steam, and the first line connected Paddington to Farringdon. Over the years, the network expanded and became an iconic symbol of London. One of the most fascinating curiosities about the Tube is that in certain stations like Aldgate, there's a true underground maze that harks back to the city's ancient past. Another emblematic landmark of London is the red telephone box. These booths, introduced in 1924, were designed by the architect Sir Giles Gilbert Scott. The intention was to create a model that stood out and was easily recognizable in the streets, hence the vibrant color. Over time, the phone boxes became one of the main symbols of British culture. Even with modern technology, some of them can still be found across the city, serving as reminders of a bygone era, and even repurposed as mini libraries or Wi-Fi hotspots. Football is another national passion, and England is the birthplace of this sport, loved by millions. The Premier League is one of the most watched leagues in the entire world, with clubs like Manchester United, Chelsea and Liverpool, all global giants. And if you're a history fan, you'll be interested to know that the pound sterling is the oldest currency still in continuous use today. Now, the Channel Tunnel, which links England to France, is a masterpiece of engineering. This underwater rail tunnel stretches for 50 kilometers and is the longest of its kind in the world. It connects two countries and facilitates the movement of people and goods between the European continent and the British Isles, symbolizing the union of innovation and practicality. If you're a book lover, You'll be amazed by the British Library in London. With over 150 million items in its collection, it is considered the largest library in the world. From manuscripts and rare books to newspapers from centuries past, it's a true treasure trove for literature and research enthusiasts. These are just a few of the many reasons why England remains such a fascinating destination for explorers from all over the world. London is one of those places where the past and present meet on every corner. Start your adventure at Big Ben and the Houses of Parliament, icons not just of the city, but of British identity itself. The chime of the famous bell that gives the clock its name is practically the city's soundtrack. Not far from there stands Westminster Abbey, a masterpiece of Gothic architecture. This abbey, which dates back to the 13th century, has hosted countless royal coronations and is the final resting place of historic figures like Isaac Newton and Charles Darwin. It's the kind of place where you can literally feel the history in every stone. If you're in London, you simply can't miss a visit to Buckingham Palace, the official residence of the royal family. One of the most anticipated moments for tourists is the changing of the guard, a traditional ceremony that takes place almost daily during the summer. Imagine witnessing the full ceremonial display up close. Guards in immaculate uniforms and perfectly synchronized marching. An experience that brings a touch of royalty right to you. But London is so much more than just the obvious tourist attractions. A walk through historic neighbourhoods like Covent Garden or Soho offers a more authentic glimpse into London life, with cobbled streets, iconic theatres and a vibrant blend of cultures. For an unforgettable view of the city, don't miss a ride on the London Eye, the giant Ferris wheel that offers a unique perspective of the capital, especially at sunset when the city lights begin to twinkle. And we can't talk about London without mentioning the iconic Tower Bridge. Inaugurated in 1894, it is one of the most recognisable landmarks in London. With its Gothic-style towers and famous drawbridge, it offers breathtaking views over the River Thames. If you're into a bit of adrenaline, you can walk across the glass walkway and see the river right beneath your feet. For a more peaceful moment, Hyde Park is the perfect choice. With its wide-open gardens and the Serpentine Lake, it's ideal for walks, picnics, or even a boat ride. Don't forget to visit Speaker's Corner, where speeches and debates are a Sunday tradition. The park offers a green and relaxing escape in the very heart of the city. Now we move on to Cambridge, a city that breathes history and knowledge. Home to one of the oldest and most prestigious universities in the world, the University of Cambridge. Founded in 1209, the city is a true paradise for lovers of classical and academic architecture. Walking through Cambridge feels like stepping into the pages of a history book, especially when exploring the famous colleges. King's College, founded in the 15th century, is renowned for its stunning Gothic chapel, whose construction took nearly a century to complete. Its stained glass windows and enormous choir are absolutely breathtaking. Another unmissable college is Trinity College, founded by Henry VIII in 1546. Beyond its historical significance, the college is known for having housed illustrious alumni such as Isaac Newton and Lord Byron. Strolling through its courts and gardens is a unique experience, and if you're there in spring, you'll see the city bursting into bloom in spectacular fashion. For an even more authentic experience, how about a boat ride along the River Cam? Punting, as it's called, is a tradition in Cambridge and offers a different perspective of the city, especially as you glide under the bridges that connect the colleges. From Cambridge, we head to the fascinating city of York, one of the oldest and most historic cities in England. Founded by the Romans, York has a heritage that stretches far beyond its well-preserved medieval walls. The city was an important Viking stronghold, and its Norse roots can still be seen in many historical spots. One of York's most impressive landmarks is York Minster, one of the largest Gothic cathedrals in the world. With its enormous stained glass window, such as the east window dating back to 1307, it's impossible not to be awed by the grandeur and intricate detail of this masterpiece. For a truly immersive experience in Viking history, visit the Jorvik Viking Centre. This museum takes you back in time to when Norse invaders ruled the city more than 1,000 years ago. With reconstructed Viking villages, ancient artifacts, and even authentic smells and sounds, the Jorvik Centre is a window into a past that still echoes through the streets of York. The city also offers a charming walk along its Roman and medieval walls with panoramic views of the old town. Another highlight of York is the Shambles, a medieval street that looks like it came straight out of a fairy tale. Its leaning, timber-framed houses and quaint little shops make it the perfect spot for a relaxing stroll, or to discover antique boutiques and cozy cafes. If you love discovering new cultures, surprising facts about countries and cities, and you're always searching for the next story that'll leave you speechless, then this channel is for you. Like, subscribe, and activate the bell so you won't miss any of our content. And if you know someone who also loves exploring the world, share this with them. Let's turn each video into a new adventure, together. Our next destination is the Lake District National Park, a true natural treasure of England. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, this park is famous for its breathtaking landscapes that look like they've been painted on a canvas. Imagine crystal clear lakes, surrounded by majestic mountains and lush green valleys, perfect for hiking and boat rides. One of the most visited spots is Lake Windermere, the largest in England, where you can go kayaking or simply relax and take in the view. If you're into charming little villages, don't miss Grasmere, a delightful place that was once home to the poet William Wordsworth. The tiny village has a calm, peaceful atmosphere with cobbled streets and local shops, and it's the perfect place to try the famous Grasmere gingerbread, a traditional treat. Another unmissable village is Ambleside, located on the shores of Lake Windermere. Here, you can explore old stone cottages, visit the Armit Museum, or hike to Stock Gill Force, a hidden waterfall nestled in the park's lush nature. The Lake District is an invitation to disconnect from the world and reconnect with nature in its purest form. Next, we head to Liverpool, a city that breathes culture and music. Famous as the hometown of the Beatles, Liverpool draws fans of the Fab Four from all corners of the globe. At the Beatles Story Museum, you can dive deep into the band's history, with exhibitions showcasing everything from their early days at the Cavern Club to their worldwide success. The streets of Liverpool seem to pulse with the spirit of the swinging 60s, especially along Matthew Street, where it all began for John, Paul, George, and Ringo. But Liverpool is not just about music. If you're a football fan, a visit to the legendary Anfield Stadium, home of Liverpool FC, is essential. This ground boasts nearly 130 years of history and is one of the most revered stadiums in the footballing world. The guided tour allows you to explore behind the scenes, including the dressing rooms and the famous Players' Tunnel, always echoing with the passion of the fans. Liverpool also has a rich maritime heritage. The Albert Dock, a revitalised area, lies at the heart of this history. Here, you'll find museums, restaurants, and stunning views of the River Mersey. Not far from there stands the Royal Liver Building, an architectural masterpiece completed in 1911, with its iconic towers watching over the city and river ever since. Now we continue to Manchester, a city that lives and breathes music and football. Known as the birthplace of iconic bands like Oasis and The Smiths, Manchester has a vibrant cultural scene that goes well beyond the football pitch. Speaking of football, the city is home to two of England's biggest clubs, Manchester United and Manchester City. Don't miss the chance to visit the legendary Old Trafford, home of United, or the modern Etihad Stadium where City plays. Both stadiums offer behind-the-scenes tours, allowing you to step onto the pitch and explore the players' areas. For true football lovers, the National Football Museum is an absolute must. Packed with stories, memorabilia, and trophies that celebrate the nation's love of the sport, it offers an exciting journey through the history of English football. Manchester also has an intellectual side. The John Rylands Library, built in 1899, is a gem of neo-Gothic architecture. Walking through its halls feels like stepping into a period film set, surrounded by rare books and ancient manuscripts. The Cotswolds region is the perfect destination for those seeking the essence of the English countryside. Its gentle hills, known as wolds, form idyllic landscapes that feel straight out of a storybook. The honey-coloured limestone villages, such as Bourton-on-the-Water and Bibbury, are so picturesque it's hard not to be enchanted. Strolling through these peaceful streets and exploring the local shops feels like a step back in time. The markets of the Cotswolds are also a highlight. The Stow-on-the-Wold market, for example, is one of the oldest in the region, dating back to the Middle Ages. In addition, the area's historic gardens, like those of Sudeley Castle and Hidcote Manor Garden, provide the perfect escape for those wishing to enjoy nature and classic English architecture. In the heart of England lies Birmingham, a city that played a key role during the Industrial Revolution. Today, it offers a fascinating mix of past and present. At the Birmingham Museum and Art Gallery, you can admire a vast collection of works, from Renaissance masters to contemporary art. It's a must-visit spot for lovers of culture and history. If you're keen to explore the industrial era more deeply, the Black Country Living Museum is the place to go. This open-air museum recreates daily life in the 19th century, with historic buildings, costumed actors, and even coal mines you can explore. It's like stepping back in time to see how the Industrial Revolution shaped lives and economies. The city is also known for its expanding food scene, with the Balti Triangle being the epicenter of some of the UK's best curries. We now arrive in the vibrant seaside city of Brighton, known for its relaxed and lively atmosphere. One of the first places to explore is the iconic Brighton Pier, with its attractions, arcade games and stunning sea views. Walking along the pier with the sea breeze in your face is a quintessential Brighton experience. Another unmissable stop is the extravagant Royal Pavilion, a palace built in the early 19th century that blends Eastern and European architectural styles. The interiors are just as impressive as the exterior, with lavish details in every corner. For a more authentic experience, wander through the narrow, charming streets of the Lanes, Brighton's historic quarter. Here, vintage shops, cafes, and independent jewelers hide around every corner. The cobbled streets and vibrant energy make the Lanes a unique place to get lost and explore, discovering Brighton's secrets with every step. In Oxford, you'll be transported through centuries of history and knowledge. Famous for hosting the oldest university in the English-speaking world, founded in the 12th century, the city is a true treasure trove of architecture and culture. One of the most iconic colleges is Christ Church, known both for its grandeur and its links to historical figures like Lewis Carroll, as well as to scenes from Harry Potter. Walking through its corridors, is like feeling the presence of centuries of scholarship and tradition. Beyond its colleges, Oxford offers a rich cultural experience. The Bodleian Library, one of the oldest in Europe, houses millions of precious volumes. The Ashmolean Museum, the oldest university museum in the world, features impressive collections, ranging from Egyptian artifacts to Renaissance paintings. Every corner of Oxford breathes history and knowledge, creating a unique and inspiring atmosphere. We now arrive in Bath, a city that blends Roman history with Georgian elegance. Famous for its thermal baths, Bath was once an important centre of relaxation and healing for the Romans, who built the baths nearly 2,000 years ago. You can explore the ruins of the Roman baths, where you can still see hot water bubbling up from deep underground, as well as temples and artifacts preserved through the centuries. For a more modern experience, unwind at the Thermae Bath Spa, a rooftop spa that uses the same thermal waters as the ancient site. The view of the Georgian city at sunset, with its stone-paved streets and golden-hued buildings, makes the experience even more special. Bath is a city that feels carefully preserved in time. Just a few kilometres from Bath lies Stonehenge, one of the world's most enigmatic monuments. Dating back over 4,500 years, these massive stones, arranged in a circle, continue to intrigue historians and archaeologists. It is believed that Stonehenge served religious purposes, perhaps as a place of worship or ritual. But there are also theories suggesting it functioned as an astronomical observatory, aligned with sunrise and sunset during the summer and winter solstices. Walking among these towering stones, each standing nearly 4 meters tall and weighing several tons, is an almost mystical experience. The mystery of how they were transported and erected without modern technology still fascinates visitors. Though the answers may continue to elude us, the atmosphere at Stonehenge leaves everyone with a profound sense of awe. Bringing this journey through England to a close feels like finishing a fascinating chapter in a book full of discoveries. From vibrant cities like London, where tradition meets modernity, to peaceful villages in the Cotswolds, every corner of the country tells a different story. Places like Stonehenge invite us to question the mysteries of the past, while Bath and its Roman heritage connect us to ancient civilizations that have left their mark. The beauty of England lies in its diversity. Whether you're exploring the streets of Oxford, home to scholars and intellectuals for more than 800 years, or walking through the serene lakes of the Lake District, the country offers a unique mix of nature and history. And of course, we can't forget Liverpool, where the music of the Beatles still echoes through the streets. So, if you haven't had the chance to explore these wonders yet, now is the perfect time to start planning your own adventure. And remember, there is always more to discover. Don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be the first to hear about new destinations. Share your favorite travel spot or a top tip in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, I'll see you on the next journey.